Hi everyone! Today we are super excited to answer some questions that you guys have been asking about our tiny house in our last video and the video before that. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll link the cards above. You guys have been asking some questions and we feel like let's just answer those questions, and so you guys can get a more clearer understanding, maybe a better visual of what really happens in here.
The past video we showed you around in our tiny house. In the comments we did receive a lot of questions, so we just thought it would be good to just try to package most of them into this video. And I also want to say thanks for all the love that's coming through the comments. Some of you we inspire.
Yeah,
and
actually.
Some of you come with recommendations and also questions.
Yeah.
What we've decided for ourselves and so. I mean, I like it as long as it's said and written with respect, which most of the comments are. Each one teach one.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I love. So keep coming in with those comments.
What was also nice to see was people that were actually older than us that said that this is like a good idea for a retirement home. That really made us smile. So it's nice. It's really nice. But should we get into the questions, babe?
Totally.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, before we start answering your questions, we did do a video about why we went smaller. So if you want to know more into depth why we took this decision, please feel free to watch that video. We will link that in the description, right?
Or the cards right above us. Yeah.
It just gives you a bit more into depth why we took this decision.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Okay.
First question.
How did we start the building process? How did we come up with the design, etc., etc.?
The whole thing went pretty fast because looking back, maybe we should have been a bit more patient and like sort out the market, because we didn't build this ourselves. We hired an entrepreneur. Is that what you say? Entrepreneur?
Or a construction
we hired
architectural company.
So we hired like a small construction company. Looking back, maybe we're not super satisfied. So maybe we should have taken our time to just browse the market a bit more.
Yeah. And when Alex says super satisfied, I think he means number one was with
the communication.
The communication was really bad.
Yeah.
Time, what we agreed on with the contract went way longer than what it was supposed to be, and in the end everything felt rushed.
At the end of the day, the outcome is good.
Yeah.
We as we said, guys, we love this. But looking back, we should have been a bit more patient. Like the whole layout, it was an architect that drew it for us, but I don't know if she had to do a hard work, because we basically knew already how we wanted it.
Yeah.
We wanted the kitchen on the right side when we came in. We know the porch should be on that side. We don't want any
basically it was you that drew it.
yeah, we don't want any bedroom on the loft. We would be able to sleep up there, but we won't make it the bedroom. We wanted to have a bedroom on the bottom floor, if you can say that.
Yeah.
And enough space. I mean, enough space for a toilet, and kind of like integrate, what should we call this, living room with the kitchen. So we knew how we wanted it.
Yeah.
She just put the measurement in place.
Yeah.
But as we said in previous videos, this is built on my mom and dad's yard. So I've been walking here, like when we did decide, or even before we decided that it's going to be put here, I spent a lot of time at this place.
Yeah.
And just,
mapping out
exactly. The front door will be there, right.
We don't want the entrance to that side.
The entrance should be there, and because the sun goes. So it was just it was literally up here. So basically, we just told the architect how to do
Yeah.
And she finished it off for us.
Yeah. So the next question is, what is it like living in a tiny house as a family?
Good. And we
It was
went
great.
into this question in other videos too, so sorry for bringing that up again. But a lot of you guys been asking that. If we can fit here, is it enough space? Yada yada yada. And I feel very repetitive now because I feel like we've been talking about this before. But it's basically, it's lovely. We get to focus more. We did this with focus on our needs and not our wants. This is what we need. We don't need more space today.
At this moment.
Downsizing makes us able to spend our time, also money, on what we feel like we want to do. And so we cut bills and all of that as a result of downsizing. Less maintenance and so forth and so forth. So the family
thrives more.
Yes.
Yeah. The part that I enjoy the most with living smaller is that I get to clean less. You understand what I mean? I don't have to clean 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. It's like the cleaning goes faster and it becomes more effective. So I get more time with Ara and my husband, of course. Even though it's Ara that gets most of the time these days. But, but you get it. It's like less things to clean. So the family gets to thrive because of that. So yeah, and Ara, she's good. If I feel like, or if we feel like Ara is getting a bit bored in here, then we bring her up to her grandparents, where she has a little bit more space, so she can just run around and, you know, do things that a grandkid does. So.
The family gets more time.
Yeah.
More time for love, more time for anything that we feel like we want to spend our time and money on, because we benefit in that way of downsizing.
Yeah. Next question is, where does Ara sleep? Ara, as we've explained before, Ara's first 3 months of life, she had colic. So she was very attached to me. That was what gave her comfort at night. She had her own bed, her own bassinet that she used maybe 3-5 times. So as a result of that, she ended up sleeping in the same bed as us. And that's what we've been working with until it's time for her to move over to her own bed. And that I'm fine with, because we bond more and she feels more safe and she sleeps better. I sleep better because she's beside me. She breastfeeds through the night. So there's no need for me to get up, go get her in her another room or bassinet, makeup, you know, you understand. Like, it's fine. She sleeps with us in our bed, but eventually she will sleep in her own bed.
Honestly, this is my first kid. I don't know everything that's good or bad, right or wrong.
First kid is a trial kid.
all I can say that it's so cozy sleeping next to my wife.
Yeah, Alex,
of course, but also have Ara in the bed. It's the thing is I sleep better these days because I have both of my girls in the bed.
Yeah,
like
that's actually something you say a lot. It's nice.
Yeah. But we're not planning on Ara sleeping next to us forever. I can assure you of that. We're gonna start to practice her sleeping on her own.
Yeah. So
which leads us maybe to the next question, right?
So where will Ara's room be, or can we fit more kids in here? So as we said in the previous video, that bedroom will eventually become Ara's room. And on the loft, we can put our bed that's in the room up there and we can sleep up there. So can we fit another kid in here? I mean, it's not what we dream of, but let's say it's an oopsie whoopsie type of thing. And it happens.
But I would just say...
It's not that we're planning for another kid in here. But if it would happen, yes, it can work.
But we could plan for it too. We could definitely have 2 kids in here. We said that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember I think we gave you a number, like how old the kids might be or something. I don't know what we said, but I mean, definitely like 1 kid could be up to 6, 7, maybe. And another one a couple of years older.
Yeah.
Then I think I would personally feel that we're outgrown this space, perhaps. or more than likely. But I mean, 2 kids sharing 1 room, come on.
It works. So just put a bunk bed in there.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us are used to bunk beds
and
growing
think-
up, so yeah, a lot of us didn't even have our own room growing up, so hell yeah, it works.
And
So-
as we said before, kids doesn't need a big house. They need love.
So the next question is, where do we store our clothes? Because you guys were wondering, where were they? So as we mentioned, we have a big kitchen here with a lot of cupboards. On the very top of the kitchen, on the very top of the kitchen, we have extra space. So up there we have some clothes. And also where we didn't show, because not everything we say we want to have on the internet, on our loft that we mentioned, up there we have some clothes being stored right now. This part of the house, when it comes on to storage, is still something that we have not completed. So we...
Yeah, but that's just because we know that the bedroom as it is now, that will transition into being Ara's room. So we just didn't want to put any effort into fixing any storage for the clothes in the bedroom.
Because initially we were thinking of having the cupboards on the wall.
Yeah.
And
We had an idea, but then we just thought, but hey, it's not too long until Ara will move in there, and we don't know exactly how we're gonna do the planning for her in there. So let's just wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we do understand that you're asking where the clothes are, and at the moment it is a bit unorganized, but that's a plan in the making.
Yeah. So another question is, what is the air quality like in this smaller space?
That's right. Someone asked that based on this being a small space, and I don't remember how she phrased it, but it was something about not enough airflow in such a small space. But honestly, I don't know if there's a difference between a bigger...
No, not really.
...space, really, because we have the same type of ventilation here that a lot of bigger houses... Yeah, a lot of bigger house here in Sweden.
So we have ventilation in the living room, in the bedroom, in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Air comes into every room. This room, bedroom, even up at the loft.
Yeah,
and then we have like a fan in the bathroom
that
keeps
nice.
on sucking out the air. So we have fresh air coming in and
old air
going out through the bathroom. So
pretty good.
Works really fine.
Yeah. So hope that answered the question. So the next question is if we plan on extending the house in the future towards where we have the porch right now to make it bigger.
Maybe, but I mean, we also need to just look at how the conditions apply and the building regulations. Without going too much into depth, we can't build this house on this property bigger than what it is. But these regulations, they constantly change. So who knows, in 1 year or 2 years or that could be a different story then. But as for now, we're not planning on doing it. We can't extend this house based on how the regulations are today. But we could have other opportunities on this property to maybe solve the situation if we need more space. But that's not only a question for us, that's a question for my parents actually, because this property is theirs. But
so maybe we let's go call them down and let them answer.
Yeah, some of you have asked where
they are.
Andrew abroad is, my dad.
And your mom, actually.
Not anything that we're thinking of today, and maybe a question for the future.
Yeah.
Good question though. It's a valid question.
Very valid. Which brings us to our last question. Is this our forever home? No.
Don't think so. I don't like to say that this or that won't happen ever. It's not written in stone, but we're not planning on living here forever.
No.
I think we hinted about that.
We've hinted about that before.
We could see us living in Jamaica, and who knows? This is just one step on the road in order to get to Jamaica. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. So that concludes all our questions, or all your questions, at least the most important ones.
Yep.
So we want to hear from you. Could you see yourself living in a tiny house? Yeah or no? We would love to hear.
Or if you have any more questions, like, hey, Kem and Alex, I did ask you a question before, you didn't bring that up. Now you are free to ask that again. Especially the questions that you have and opinions about our tiny home or small house, whatever we want to call it, or just smaller house and tiny homes in general, because it's really interesting to hear what you are saying. As we said, each one teach one.
Yeah. So as per usual, thank you guys for watching. Old subscribers, new subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, family member, your partner, whoever. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can also go ahead and follow us on Instagram right here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in our next
Big
video.
up. Bye.